Breaking news, we might see a DeFi summer of 2025. Leading the charge is centralized UX exchange Kraken that's going to let you stake Bitcoin. That's right, you heard it. This is the first time that a centralized exchange is allowing this at all. Now, you're going to get paid out in a token called Baby, so you're not going to get more Bitcoin. And Baby is nothing more interesting than the term for Babylon, which is the Bitcoin network that allows DeFi to happen on it. I've actually been talking about this with my private community for months now. So the Bob network is on your Ethereum, no less, because you can't do much DeFi stuff on Bitcoin itself. The difference between Bob network and other L2s is that Bob mirrors exactly one-to-one the Bitcoin counterpart. Anyways, what it allows you to do is to unlock all the EVM products that there's a lot of DeFi protocols on, meaning you get better yield, up to 6 to 8% on your Bitcoin. Who wouldn't want that? Gonna give you some alpha here. You can actually stake Bitcoin on a couple of different networks, but on Berachain, you get the highest reward because they do allow staking through the Bob network on Berachain Bitcoin itself. Sounds confusing, but it really is. I've been testing this with small amounts for a while now, but who cares about that? Because now centralized exchanges like Kraken will do it all for you, thank God. Unlocking liquidity is one of the new metas of the current times. Coinbase allowed DEX trading through Aerodrome in collaboration with its own wallet, and now Bybit is getting in on the game, allowing DEX trading with their centralized exchange. The Bybit DEX that they're creating will be on Solana. It's called ByReal, and all eyes are on them because Bybit notably got hacked for close to $500 million, but recovered all of that within the last 4 months. Wow. If you didn't know, our favorite DEX on Solana is Jupe. We love the Jupe token and the Jupe voting mechanism, which we'll talk about in a second, but ByReal might steal the show here because they got a backing of Bybit, and these guys are not playing around. So if ByReal comes out with a token, you best believe we're going to take a look into it for you guys. Just imagine Goku and Vegeta from Dragon Ball merging into a one superpower hero form. That's what centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges merging means. It's just going to provide deep liquidity, fair price discovery, and streamlined onboarding all in a single package, because not everyone like to use DEXs. They don't know how. Some people like the security of a centralized exchange, and this gives both. I'm excited. On the other side of the coin, with institutions, we're seeing more unlocking of liquidity because some institutions like crypto.com will allow you to use tokenized funds like Build as collateral for loans, bridge loans, financing, you name it. This is huge, and this is just a small step into a much bigger ecosystem. What is Build? Well, it is the biggest tokenized fund with meaningful value behind it. 2.9 billion invested to be exact. Imagine a treasury of crypto of sorts, but now you can utilize that as collateral to do more DeFi mechanisms with it, like lending, borrowing, loaning, looping, if you know that strategy. Just stuff that people do in the normal world, but now they're bringing it on-chain, which means that trillions of dollars hopefully will come through on-chain mechanisms and flow into different asset classes. And we can't talk about crypto without talking about Trump. And Trump has finally taken profit. They have sold off close to 20% of World Liberty Financial, which some see this as a smart strategic move to distance themselves from crypto so they don't get in trouble. Other people are just saying that they're taking profit. They've made over close to $600 million on crypto so far. Not too shabby. And you know who is in cahoots with the Trump family? None other than Justin Sun and his token Tron, which is going IPO and has flipped Dogecoin market cap, being the number 8 crypto in all of cryptocurrency land. If you didn't know, Tron is helping the Trump sons with their stablecoin, and now they're raising money for I don't know what. This guy has so much money already, but they're looking to allow probably more equity players in its game so that it can broaden its products. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tron is actually becoming a mainstream stay here with legit products. Before we get into meme coins to Solana, we do have to talk about the number 1 DEX on Solana. Like I mentioned, it's Jupe, but ByReal might steal the show like I mentioned because Jupe is now pausing his DAO votes. Doesn't mean Jupe is doing anything wrong. They had a DAO mechanism voting to utilize the treasury for certain things, and it just doesn't work. It's just been like an echo chamber of complaints because people just want free money. If you didn't know, if you vote, you get free money. And that's not what the purpose of the DAO should be. It should be to push the project forward. Unlike an incubator where there's actual projects, people submit, some fishy things that they're looking to raise money for, which just, makes the whole thing stink. So they're pausing it until 2026, which is a smart move in my opinion. Everything's coming, all the masses are coming. Just run it like a regular company, get some people on your board, get some smart business decision makers on your board, and let's move this thing to the moon. or Jupiter, because that's what I think is in this picture. The planet Jupiter. I'm sorry, I'm not so good with my planets. Now onto everyone's favorite subject, which is meme coins. Now Pump Fund is not a meme coin, although it is a meme coin launcher. They've delayed their token launch, which is pegged at 4 billion. It was pegged at 6 billions in the aftermarket tradings, but now it's come down to earth a little bit at $4 billion market cap valuation. And that maybe because it got suspended on X, but who knows what the issue is. Regardless, the trenches are moving, like Rect, which is not a meme coin. It is a brand coin self-proclaimed by the founder himself, which is pictured right there. They sold out. They had a Rect party on a 7-Eleven rooftop. So it goes to show meme coins can become products. So brand coins can and will be a thing. They're actually looking to move into the institutional side now, raising VC backing, looking to do more things with the brand. I'm excited for Rect overall. One of our best calls. One of the craziest things that happened in memes this last week was a crypto attorney talking with Tolly. Tolly is the founder of the Solana mobile phone. And he said, what if someone forked Solana and called it Garbagana, which is just a funny derivative of it, and use Grouch, from Sesame Street, as the logo. Tolly went on to say that if there isn't a Garbagana chain in 48 hours, he'll be severely disappointed. Well, guess what? He doesn't have to be disappointed because the chain didn't come out actually, but the meme coin did. Actually, I may be wrong here. I'm looking into this further. There may actually be a second chain that's forked from Solana and where you can have a one-to-one peg from Gore to Solana. But you have to trade your Solana for Gore, which I don't know who will do that. In any case, this meme, aka another blockchain, pumped from 800,000 when I heard this call to $40 million. That's a 40x. That's a huge gain for just 48 hours. If you want to get in on some of these early calls, like I saw it at 800,000, then click on the link down below because we talk about it on a daily basis what we trade with our private community. Regardless, subscribe and follow along because we have 3 market updates for you weekly, podcasts with amazing guests, and a weekly rundown for you guys with more to come. Stay safe out there. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.